Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. Dolphins versus Tua Tagovailoa and the Los Angeles Chargers.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
In the offense last week, they had things.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Brandon Ayuk returning it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the second quarterback chosen back in April from Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up second and
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. On the slant, this is Chark. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 54 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
12. And the Chargers first down.
Play action, now it's Tua. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So here are the Dolphins now as they'll be backed up to start this first drive. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet Matthew Stafford.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Ball start, offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Devin Singletary, the ball.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll run here with Singletary. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Stafford. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mike Williams.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 32-yard line.
Now Rashad Penny. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Penny. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again. Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Stafford over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
44-yard line.
Now pass complete here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and 10 at the
On 1st down, Stafford here. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing is Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They certainly have the right read on that one. The weak spot in a cover 2 defense, right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
Their own 20-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Gain of 9.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A gain of 7. First down, Los Angeles.
Now it's Penny. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1.
It's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. On 2nd down, Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Yards to go.
He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Penny. Anthony Harris on the tackle.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back in.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Ficken to kick off following the touchdown. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
6-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And his throw here is incomplete. Justin Lane there defensively that time to knock it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On the ground, it's Singletary. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a 3rd down at 17 to go. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st down, Chargers.
From the gun, it's Tua. That's complete to Nauta, the tight end. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 33-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun, and he finds Penny. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much, unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Gain of 6 yards.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford. That'll be complete to Breida. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
Ball carrier.
Dante Fowler in on the stop.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 41, Stafford looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
4 yards.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. From the 36, Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch.
That's good.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
The 26-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford finding Knox there, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 1st career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the 2nd half.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even 1st half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, Penny. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Jack Fox now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here come the Dolphins. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 20.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Singletary. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Singletary, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Darnay Holmes.
They go right back to Singletary. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's good.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run a draw now with Singletary. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Singletary, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in.
Another Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle by Michael Davis. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Stafford working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Here's Stafford.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
He's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. That field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. I haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the ball more than throw it because they get to fire out and really smack someone. And, boy, they got it done. I'm sure they were encouraging them on the sideline. Let's go, and let's run the ball as well. And they put it in for 6.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was finished off by a Devin Singletary touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Ayuk on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He finds his man. That's Sweeney. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
on the play.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Ryan Izzo.
A gain of 6 there on first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Penny, a first down carry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made at
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense. Get out of here, man!
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
A 25-yard attempt.
Fickens' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
14. Chargers 10.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Blue technique.
Singletary to get the drive started. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Singletary, the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Michael Davis.
Singletary again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
We always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Picking on now for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Stafford here coming off his pick six. That was the safety Taylor Rapp right there on the coverage. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw again. Stafford. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
1st and 10.
The Dolphins getting set to go here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he'll go underneath here to Breida.
Stafford's pass.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's a gain of
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
at the 37-yard line.
Now pass complete here to Sanders, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again. Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Good. We're up.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now a run with Singletary. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Devin Singletary, the ball.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
The 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5.
Stafford's pass.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Sanders got it for a Dolphins touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. And man, Charles, talking about singing something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. It's up and good to make it 21-17. A 10-play drive that time. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins.
17. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return for Ayuk.
At their own 25-yard line.
LA set to take over again on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
At the 33-yard line.
Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. He'll find Williams on the slant. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And inches.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Rashad Penny. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have once again taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off by a Rashad Penny touchdown run. Now Fick in to kick off following the touchdown. Pettis now on the return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Pettis on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
6-yard line.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a third down.
A gain of 2 on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Now, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
Who was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To the air again, Stafford. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 45-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for Matt Breida.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And now the throw taken in by Chark, and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the Chargers punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. And oh, he coughs up the foot. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Davis now to return it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Down to a knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers. And this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Chargers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Miami, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.